News in English with Iris Stewart. Good morning, Iris.
Good morning, Sophie.
The headlines.
First repatriation flight from Dubai lands in Mauritius. Israeli strikes intensify in Iran and Lebanon. Son confesses to assault after woman is found dead in St. Paul. Frederick Pavadi bail hearing continues in Cupid court. Diocese clarifies allegations in Father Patrick Fabien case. US-Africa Business Summit seen as opportunity for new partnerships. In world news, Kim Jong-un inspects new destroyer and cruise missile tests. And in sports news, mixed results for Mauritian clubs at Zone 7 Volleyball Championships. An emotional moment and a sense of relief unfolded yesterday at SSR International Airport as the first repatriation flight from Dubai landed following tensions in the Middle East. A total of 146 Mauritians were on board, including students, a woman who had transited through Dubai while returning from Umrah, as well as the opposition whip Adrien Duval. And staying on this subject, Israel launched new strikes yesterday on Iran and Lebanon with powerful explosions heard in Beirut. According to Lebanese authorities, the attacks have left 72 people dead in the country, where Israeli forces have entered. Hezbollah has said it is engaged in direct confrontations with Israeli soldiers. French President Emmanuel Macron has called on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to refrain from launching a ground offensive in Lebanon. Meanwhile, the United States says it has struck nearly 2,000 targets since the tensions began, according to a U.S. military official. The night from Tuesday to Wednesday was a troubling one for residents in St. Paul after they discovered the lifeless body of Bidwanti Biari in her yard at around 9 p.m. The 62-year-old lived with her son Kailash Sharma Biari, who allegedly violently assaulted her. At the QPIP CID, Kailash Sharma Biari reportedly confessed to hitting his mother's head against a wall 4 times. And in other court-related news, arguments regarding the conditional release motion of Frederick Pavadi continued yesterday in the QPIP court. Pedostop director Virginie Bissessar, who was called to the witness stand, stated that the two alleged victims who sent emails are not in Mauritius, but that they do indeed exist. She added that one of them is expected to travel to Mauritius in the coming days. As for the other, Pedostop has organized a fundraising campaign to help bring the person back to the country. The former music teacher at Loreto Junior School in Cupip has been in detention since 24 February following a complaint from a 12-year-old student for alleged child grooming. He is maintaining his innocence. The bail hearing will continue this afternoon with legal arguments. In the case involving Father Patrick Fabien, the Diocese of Port Louis has issued a clarification following statements made by the former parish priest of Pointe-aux-Sables. The Vicar General, Father Georgie Kenny, emphasized two key points. First, that Father Fabien admitted before witnesses that he had asked a minor to kiss him twice over the span of 1 year. And second, that the Vatican would certainly not have acted on the basis of a joke, contrary to what Father Fabien claimed. He had been heavily sanctioned by the Vatican for inappropriate solicitations involving minors. Diplomatic relations between Mauritius and the Maldives have been suspended amid the ongoing dispute over the Chagos archipelago following the historic 2019 UN vote and Mali's continued refusal to recognize Mauritian sovereignty. Port Louis has decided to suspend relations. But what impact could this diplomatic rift have on Mauritians working in the Maldives? Take a listen to this report.
The news struck like thunderbolts last Friday. The Mauritian government asserted a firm stand breaking diplomatic ties with the Maldives, an unprecedented turn in recent history between both island nations. Beyond the diplomatic standoff, other connections can't be overlooked. In the Maldives, the majority of foreigners are engaged in tourism and construction. Mauritians settled there mostly sealed their imprint in the high-end hotel sector. Fueling this dispute, Maldives claim that the Chagos Islands belong to them. Olivier Bancoul said to have actually been born in Chagos, as well as generations from whom he inherited, and they have never known to have any connection with Maldives. He said it out loud, like it or not, Chagos belongs to Mauritius. The layers seem to be thickening the complexity, untangling the situation, a major diplomatic rift between two republics renowned, among other things, for their blue lagoons and fine sand beaches.
And in other news, the US-Africa Business Summit, scheduled to take place in Mauritius in July, will provide a platform to establish new partnerships with American companies. This is the view of the Minister of Industry and Cooperatives, Adil Amiamia, who spoke during an expert discussion organized by the US Embassy and the US-Africa Trade Desk. The organization also announced that direct exports of American cotton to Mauritius have expanded significantly over the past year. We take a listen to more on this.
The buyers that we're having discussions with here.
At Clemens House in Floréal, trade connections between the United States and African countries, including Mauritius, representatives from various economic sectors and officials from the US-Africa Trade Desk pulled in their expertise. This platform smoothens trade with the United States. According to authorities, within barely a year, direct exports of American cotton to Mauritius have exceeded 800 tons.
We sent 300 tons of U.S. cotton here about 8 months ago as a test, and then we followed it up with 500 or 600 tons from 5 different states in the United States. Our job is to figure out who are all the partners, who can accelerate that, and to create a steady supply.
To date, the US-Africa Trade Desk has driven 28 US states towards collaboration with about 10 countries on the continent. For the US Chargé d'Affaires, in Mauritius, business prospects are indeed wide for American companies.
Prioritize the trade and investment relationship between the United States and Mauritius, and we are very excited to see more and more US products and more US companies coming here. We have also helped to facilitate Mauritian investment into the United States.
Considering the AGOA renewal for only 1 year, the government is seeking to seal a free trade deal with the United States. Mauritius hopes to tap into the upcoming US-Africa Business Summit, which the island will host in July. During this meeting, Minister Adelamir Mia stated that the industry bill draft is being mapped out. This bill is expected to boost the local industry and in the long run slash the weight of our import bill.
You're listening to RM1. It's 9:08. We move to international news. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inspected his new destroyer for 2 consecutive days ahead of its commissioning and observed tests of cruise missiles fired from the warship, according to state media. Kim described the development of the vessel as a major step toward expanding the operational range and preemptive strike capabilities of North Korea's nuclear-armed military. State media says the ship is designed to carry various weapons systems, including anti-air and anti-naval weapons, as well as nuclear-capable ballistic and cruise missiles. South Korean military officials and experts believe the destroyer may have been built with Russian assistance amid strengthening military ties, although some question whether it is ready for active service. And finally, in sports, in volleyball, the 30th edition of the CAVB Zone 7 Club Championships is currently taking place in the Seychelles, with the quarterfinals having started yesterday. In the men's competition, Rodrigues Orange Club secured its place in the semi-finals by defeating Zamfi Samboro of Mayotte 3-1. However, reigning Mauritian champions Quatre-Bornes Volleyball Club lost 3-2 against Gecko Tampon from Réunion, the defending champions. Matches continue today with the Quatre-Bornes VBC facing Zamfi Samboro, while Port Louis Fire Stars will take on Madagascar's Mama Club. In the women's competition, Quatre-Bornes VBC will face Olympique de Saint-Denis from Réunion in the quarterfinals, while Rodrigues Orange Club will play against the Réunion-based club Moineau. The tournament will conclude this Saturday, 7 March. That's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for listening. Stay tuned